Back to Rufus Lodge, Prime Revolution style. Here we go.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's great to be back here. We're hopping on a new plane this year. I think this is our 8th year in a row coming to Sportsman's Lodge. I can't wait to get out there and catch some big fish.
Rufus is out here. It's pretty far. We take a float plane from La Ronge and fly out to the lodge, and there's several lakes that we fish in the system throughout the week. It's fairly remote up here. You do have a few residents that live on these lakes, but you know, there's no fishing pressure up here. This is pretty much a wilderness experience. You know, the guides up here at Rufus Lodge are all very good people, and they're all very knowledgeable. They all know where the big fish are, and that matters. You're not just casting in dead water. It's really a unique place because of the fact that these guys have been fishing here for 40 plus years, and they know all the big fish spots. Great place to come and spend time with your family.
This year we brought in some new people with us.
My husband and I like to fish, but we haven't had a chance in the last couple of years. But this is the first time we've been able to go with an organization like Prime Revolution. It opens up avenues for us and other people to be able to experience this. Couldn't ask for anything better.
I know the guys at Prime Revolution and heard a lot of the places they've gone, and this is my first time experiencing exactly what they do. And now I can see why these guys are so passionate about the outdoors. Because you go on a trip with these guys and you see a world that most of us never see. And you realize why they love it so much. And it gets you excited to be part of it. So I brought my son up here, he just turned 13, and we're having the time of our life.
Yeah.
I know you want the chopper. You don't want the chopper?
No, too small. That's for like mini baits. We're going big. Go big or go home, right? My favorite bait here is this bait right here.
That's the silver minnow?
Silver minnow.
I was super excited to get back up here to catch some big fish. This is my favorite thing to do. These are my favorite fish to catch just because they fight so hard and they're just so big. I was really excited to get that feeling back again. We come with one goal, it's to catch a 50-incher. 48 and 49 were our biggest fish ever. So every year we just try to beat that and just try to get to that big 50.
You know, here we are up at Rufo's Lodge again. Got the family up, got some new friends, introducing them to fish.
Clint, how you doing, sir? You need your walleye rod. Yes.
Pike
Oh, but yeah, just put them on the table there and all.
This is a great place to come and a great place to be in the summertime. We're hunting big pike up here at Rufo's Lodge. It's pretty awesome. It's a beautiful day out here. Gonna go down to Black Bear, get her done. Try out my new Wiley X's, see if I can see some fish. Doug, he'll probably put us on some big fish today. He's pretty good at it. Black Bear, here we come.
It's so fun every single year. It's never bad. We've never had a bad year up here. We always come and catch a bunch of 40, 45 inchers and even 48 inchers.
Yeah, he totally engulfed my bait.
It's a big fish, I'm pretty sure.
Very nicely done.
The weather changes, so it could be clear in the morning and cloudy in the afternoon, but it's so beautiful. It doesn't matter if it rains.
Being in just beautiful country, being in areas that aren't overly fished, so you don't get bored.
It just seems like every day we see something new, so much to look at in an area where you know there's not a lot of people, and I think that's what I enjoy about it the most. I'm just loving it.
Well, first 40-incher of the year, just snapped my rod, my one and only big rod. Big old fish I caught, holding it up like a knucklehead for a picture, and it flipped off. Rod was laying right below it, snapped it right in two. It's a bad day. But my poor TFO rod didn't cover it. We're gonna do some work here. We're gonna see if we can make this work. What do you think? Did a little grind work, fiberglass over the top of it, wrapped it up, and then I just covered it with a little tape. It looks a little rough, but I think it'll get it done.
The food's been great. Just hanging out with a bunch of great people and just fishing every day, knowing that you're going to catch a heck of a lot of fish. And so it's never slow. I mean, you can't wait when you're done for the day, have a great dinner, and you can't wait to come back the next morning. And so we're going to be really upset when it's over.
This is a great place to come get an experience for the outdoors, I'll tell you that. This is pretty hard to beat as far as for fun fishing.
I think I got him out. I did. He's a whirler. He's not big. Double dusted.
The experience of being up here with your kid is just awesome, you know. I mean, it's a good father-son, good family operation.
He's loving it. How could you not love this?
So my son and I, we do mostly day trips, nothing where it's a 5-6 day trip, and this has been great for us. Seeing your son get up every morning just going, Dad, when are we going, when are we going? And seeing that excitement in his eyes is fantastic. We hit the pike pretty good, but also we catch a lot of walleye, and those fight pretty well too.
Walleye, though, Dad, would you agree that they're all fatter than pike, mostly?
Except for the big ones.
Well, yeah. Nice. Woo! Dad, that's a big walleye. Woo! Double walleyes, baby.
Nice little fight.
First day, I caught a 42-inch pike, and the biggest fish I've ever caught.
It's a nice start for the day.
And the thing was a monster, and it was so much fun. And then my son, of course, he had to beat me. He got a 45-incher that was about as big as he was.
Don't reel anymore. Yeah. Nice.
Let's go! Dude, that thing is battling.
45 plus that weighs 30 pounds. That's a giant.
Oh my gosh. My wrist hurts so much.
He has this love for this now, and of course he's telling all his friends, and all his friends are going, okay, where'd you go? What did you catch? And so I think having a lot of younger kids do this will create excitement among their peers.
But I know it's something that will be memorable for them because I know it was for me, and it made a difference for me when I was younger to be able to go out and fish and to see Dominic and his dad fish. I can see them getting closer together, and it's really fun.
You know, a lot of times it's tough to get kids out of the house nowadays. They're on their computers, they're on their iPads, they're on their phones. But once they get out here, they'd much rather do this. And I think it's just maybe sometimes just doing that initial trip. But I think it's important for our generation to make sure that the next generation is engaged and keep that going.
Oh, hold on, I'm getting hit.
This one might be bigger. Oh, I think he is. I'm too lucky right now. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. This is unbelievable.
We've seen the northern lights the last few years, but we've never seen them like that, I don't think. They were a lot brighter and they were moving around. It was like a big wave in the sky. They were cool to witness.
Yesterday was 40-mile-an-hour winds, and it was pretty windy, tough to fish. But today is, you know, a beautiful day. I mean, it's straight up beautiful out here. Connor's first fish was a 38-incher.
There we go. 26.
26
A little over
pounds.
26 pounds.
Yeah. So the difference between the cookie cutter and the 40-incher, giant baits, giant hooks, we're fishing with 80-pound braid. You could feel the head shake right away, right? You know you got a small fish like right now. I got a little shaker on. But the big ones, they go straight down into the stuff. Wrap up, throw their head, fish the hook out. You catch about 30% of the big ones that hit you. But we catch our share. We've caught a few.
Caught a couple.
Anything big?
We're worried about lunch, that's why we come by.
The food is unbelievable. Doug has a specialty of beer batter in these things that is just to die for. You can't get that in a restaurant. As good as these guys cook it and as fresh as it is, I mean, it's coming out of the water into the pot. So, you know, this is a place to go. As a group yesterday, we were at 58 or 59 fish over 36 inches. You know, not a nice fish. We still haven't got the 50 yet. We're working on that.
Today I was just thinking it was going to be another day and just go out there, have fun, catch a lot of fish, and maybe get into a 40-incher. My dad had a big one come up and follow him up, and he actually missed the lure. So he didn't catch it and he went back down. We knew he was a big fish, so he stayed in the same spot and we kept fishing for probably an hour.
Big wind yesterday, and we feel like it came out of the southwest. We feel it probably blew everything in right into this cove here. And these fish are just still in here. They're kind of hanging up tight. There's always big fish in this lake, but you just gotta confine them to one spot.
Gotta catch them when they're feeding. I threw out the cast, and right when it landed, I could see a big roll on it. Oh, hold on, I'm getting hit. I kept reeling, and I could see the fish coming up behind it, and he kept rolling on it and kept missing it, and I just kept reeling it in. And
he hit it, he got it. We should drag.
Finally, I saw him open his mouth and grab it, but I couldn't feel it, but I knew he was there. So I set the hook and he just took off. This one might be bigger. Oh, I think he is. I'm too lucky right now. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. This is unbelievable. Oh my God. We got the 5-0. Oh my God. I didn't know what to say when Doug said he was 51 inches. I was speechless. I didn't think that day was gonna come. We've been coming here for 8 years and that was the one fish that I've been fishing for the whole time.
I had this feeling that 51 was going to be caught today, and sure enough, Connor caught it.
It happened. I feel very accomplished now that I've got that big fish, because Doug said it's been 15 years since somebody pulled in a 50-inch fish, which is a long time up here because you catch a lot of fish.
It's been about 15 years since we landed a 51-incher in this boat. Lots of 46s, 47s, 48s.
We're hunting big fish, and we finally got them. 8 years. We just wanted to break that 50 mark. You just put it out there with a 51. Unbelievable. And you can get up here to Ruffo's Lodge, you can catch yourself a 51 too. It's good stuff.
Oh, whew.
Our main goal has always been to catch one over 50, and this is the first year that we achieved that goal. So Connor got a 51 and a couple 48s. He's been a pretty hot rod all week.
Let me hear it. 51.
No. 51.
Come on.
Where we go?
You got a 48 and a 51.
You've got to be kidding me.
The whole group that we have up here, we brought a bunch of people that really really don't fish that much. But you know, this is good times. This is where you make good friends. Really, that's what it's all about.
I wish I could go with Clint on all his trips. I'm sure that wherever he goes, it's a lot of fun.
I think if you want to go on a fishing trip and you want to see beautiful country and you want to catch a lot of fish with a lot of great people and just have a wonderful time, whether it's just with you and some friends or your kids, this is the place to come. Because you're going to come and you're going to want to come back every year, like a lot of people do, and I can see why.
Now that I've caught that big fish, all I can think now is go for the lodge record. The lodge record's 54, so I got to go for the 55 now. I'm going to keep coming back and keep striving for a bigger one.